Hi dear students, welcome to my class. This is for ninth students and the chapter is atoms and molecules. Okay. In the last class, we were discussed about the first law of chemical combination. First law of chemical combination, that is conservation of mass. Conservation of mass. So can you state the conservation of mass law? So mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. That means the mass of reactants is nearly equal to or exactly equal to mass of products. So how much mass in the reactant side? The same amount of mass present in product side also in a chemical reaction. This is a law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. This was proposed by Antony Lavoisier. In this class, I am going to discussing about the second law of chemical combination, that is law of constant proportion. Law of constant proportion. This is second law, and this was proposed by Joseph L. Proust. Second law, that is law of constant proportion, that proposed by Joseph L. Proust. Okay, so if you observe the molecular formula or chemical formula of water, so that is H2O, obtained as a molecular mass 1:8. So hydrogen atomic mass is 1 and oxygen atomic mass is 8. So the occurrence of the water and who prepared it, that is not nothing matter. So wherever, if you check the molecular formula of ice or vapors, water vapors or liquid water, the molecular formula is always same, H2O. Like that, one more compound, that is NH3. This is ammonia. Okay, so occurrence means origin, native places, or the place where came from, and who are the prepared persons, that is not a matter. Always ammonia always present in a NH3 chemical formula. Nitrogen has a 14 atomic mass and hydrogen has 1. This occur as a ratio, simple ratio, that is 14:1. That means, so Antoine, this Lavoisier and Proust have a concept of chemical combination, but he observed that many compounds were composed of two or more elements. If you have any compounds, that compounds are made by two or more elements, that same elements, same elements with a same proportion, same proportions. So he observed this concept. That means wherever you check the molecular formula of water or ammonia, wherever in the world, different places you can check the water molecular formula or ratio of the water and ratio of the ammonia or any different compounds. That's compounds are made by two or more elements that elements should be same wherever H2O is fixed, and also that with a same proportion, this proportion simple value 1:8 and ammonia is 14:1. For this is which one? Joseph L. Proust stated that second law of constant proportion. That means this is about chemical combination. That is in a chemical substances. In a chemical substances, the elements are always present in a definite proportion. That means constant or definite. Definite gives same meaning by mass. Those statement now. Now statement is very important, ma. So in a chemical substance, in a chemical substance, in a chemical substance, elements, the elements, the elements are always present in a definite or fixed or constant. Like you have to use any words. Always present in a definite proportion. Definite proportion by mass. This is what second law of constant proportion. Constant proportion means definite proportion. Same meaning. Definite and constant. So can you state once again? In a chemical substance, any substances, H2O, NH3, H2SO4, HCl, whatever it is, the compounds, that should be compound. The compounds in a chemical substance, the elements like this is a hydrogen element, oxygen element, nitrogen element, hydrogen elements are always present in a definite proportion. By mass. This is the proportion of mass. So this is what second law of chemical combinations, and was proposed by this Joseph L. Proust. Okay, Nama. After this chemical combination, this Anton Lavoisier and Joseph Proust somewhat doesn't give the appropriate explanation to about this chemical combinations. So one more British chemist, that is John Dalton. What ma? John Dalton. John Dalton gave a appropriate or exactly gives the explanation towards this chemical combination laws. So he knows that, or he gives the idea about nature of the matter. That is, he gives the particles as atoms, and he gives the theory about this atoms. That is John Dalton's atomic theory. John Dalton's atomic theory. In the next class, we will discuss more about John Dalton atomic theory. What did they say about the matter and atoms? Okay. So you have to remember John Dalton is born in a poor family of the England in 1766, and his career began with as a teacher, and 7 years later he became a principal. After sometimes he leave that principal post and go for the one more important concept, that is teaching of mathematics, physics and chemistry. He spent maximum time for teaching physics, mathematics and chemistry, and ultimately he gave the John Dalton atomic theory about this nature of the matter. Okay, in the next class, according to John Dalton, what is the nature of the atoms and matter we will study in the next class. Okay, thank you.